Dude, there's something walking. Hello?
Are you ready to explore the world of Canadian secrets, where bizarre creatures and unbelievable things await you? From little skulls and living, breathing dinosaurs to an island of dolls and snake dens. Here are things they discovered in Canada which no one was supposed to see.
Thousands of dolls. There's over 3,000 dolls hung around this island.
A Bigfoot skull. Canada isn't just about hockey and maple syrup, folks. It's also home to some of the world's most fascinating archaeological discoveries. Take this for example, a skull found by scientists that baffled the experts. At first, they thought it belonged to a human or a monkey, but it was too big to be either. Some even speculated that it could be the infamous Bigfoot. After years of research, it was revealed to be a relic from hundreds of years ago. But it still begs the question, did Bigfoot roam the forests of Canada centuries ago? Who knows, maybe the legend lives on. A sturgeon. Sturgeons, the colossal freshwater fish found in Canada, are living dinosaurs. They can weigh up to a whopping 396 pounds and have bony scales covering their bodies just like the prehistoric creatures. It's amazing how these giants have managed to survive over time. Perhaps it's because they spend most of their lives underwater. Even with all the research done by scientists, they have yet to uncover the secrets of the sturgeon's longevity. It just goes to show that even in the 21st century, the mysteries of nature still baffle us. A death lake. Tucked away high in the mountains is a lake that's anything but ordinary. This isn't just any lake, it's a lake filled with skeletons. Can you believe it? Locals even gave it the spooky name Lake of Skeletons. For over 50 years, scientists and anthropologists have been studying these bones and trying to solve the mysteries surrounding them. Who were these people? When did they die? How did they die? Where did they come from? The only thing we know for sure is that they lived about 870 years ago. It's a real-life mystery that still has everyone scratching their heads. The unicorns of the sea. Now let us tell you about one of Canada's coolest animals, narwhals. These adorable creatures are like the unicorns of the sea, with a long spiraled horn on their heads that just adds to their mystical charm. Narwhals are known to be a bit shy and tend to swim in deeper waters, so catching a glimpse of them can be quite the feat. But that's not all. There are also plenty of myths and legends surrounding these majestic creatures. According to one tale, a woman was pushed into the ocean by her son and was transformed into a narwhal by the forces of nature. Can you imagine that? So if you ever find yourself exploring the Great White North, keep an eye out for these incredible creatures. Hundreds of creepy dolls. Picture this. A guy is taking a leisurely stroll through the woods when he stumbles upon a seriously creepy scene. Dolls, and I mean every kind of doll you could imagine, are strewn all around him, most of them unclothed and definitely not looking like they're here to play. Turns out a little girl drowned in a nearby lake, and the man who found her doll floating in the water was so heartbroken that he started collecting dolls in her memory. And then, for reasons that only he knows, he decided to hang them all up in the forest. Needless to say, this is not the kind of place you want to find yourself in after dark. The ghost ship. A guy was out filming this gorgeous lake one day when his camera caught something that will make your hair stand on end. A ghost ship. Yes, you read that right. A ghost ship was spotted sailing along the waves. Now, if you're thinking, oh, it's probably just a small, faraway ship, think again. This thing was massive, super foggy, and looked like it was smack dab in the middle of the lake. I mean, what the heck was that? To this day, nobody knows what this ghostly vessel was or where it came from. A moose rescue. So these guys were out and about when they came across a big moose struggling in some icy water. It was clear the moose couldn't get out on its own, and the men knew that they had to help. They got to work, using sticks and a chainsaw to cut away at the ice and create a path to the shallower water near the shore. They guided the moose along the way, helping it navigate around the big blocks of snow in its path. Finally, after a few minutes of struggle, the moose made it to safety and collapsed into the shore completely exhausted. But after a few minutes of rest, it got back up and trotted away free and safe. The Screaming Tunnel. Moving on, let me know if you've heard about the Screaming Tunnel of Canada. Some brave men went to explore it, and guess what? According to them, they even heard the screams. Yep, you heard it right. But wait, is it real or just a hoax? Nobody knows for sure. Legend has it that a young girl was set on fire by her father, and ran screaming into the tunnel to extinguish the flames.
Hello?
Now, it is said that if you light a match in the tunnel, the girl spirit will appear and scream. So do you dare visit the screaming tunnel and find out the truth for yourself? A Bigfoot. You know what's wild? The endless sighting of Bigfoot in Canada. And this latest one has everyone talking. It was featured on the news channels and even had the experts perplexed. This trail cam footage of a massive creature squatting on the ground. But here's the kicker. Upon closer inspection, it looks like a bizarre blend of human and gorilla. Could this be the elusive Sasquatch or just someone playing a prank? The mystery continues to baffle us. A preserved dinosaur. Back in 2011, miners in Alberta, Canada stumbled upon something truly extraordinary. They found a fossil unlike anything ever seen before, and it's considered to be one of the most well-preserved dinosaur remains ever unearthed. The fossil belonged to a new kind of armored prehistoric dinosaur, and the researchers discovered more than just its skeleton. It was still shockingly intact, with much of its skin and guts still intact. When it was finally displayed, it looked like an 18-foot sleeping dragon, a creature that could awaken at any moment. It was like a nightmare from 110 million years ago. A snake pit. Now let us welcome you to Manitoba, Canada, where there's a place that'll give you the chills just thinking about it. We're talking about a snake pit, a place you would never want to visit. This is where thousands of snakes slither around without a care in the world, making it the largest concentration of snakes in the entire world. It's not just any snake pit though. No, this one is particularly sinister. The snakes seem to move in unison, as if controlled by some unseen force. It's enough to make your skin crawl. A hairy giant. In Canada, a man was recording some deer on his farm when things took a turn for the eerie. As he moved closer to the chicken pen, the camera caught a glimpse of a massive hairy monster lurking in there. It looked like it was stealing chickens, but who knows what else it could be capable of, right? The man was so spooked that he backed away slowly and stayed as quiet as he could. Later, the creature was seen going towards the woods, leaving everyone wondering, was it Bigfoot? The mystery remained unsolved. A UFO. Last year, a woman and her husband captured a video of a mysterious glowing object in the sky. Initially, they couldn't make out what it was, but upon closer inspection, they were astonished to see that it was a ship flying high in the air. The craft was unlike anything they had ever seen before, so they posted the video online to get others' opinions. Some suggested that it might be a new type of aircraft, while others couldn't shake the feeling that it might be a UFO. What do you think it could be? A rare encounter. This clip was captured by a lucky person who had a close encounter with a beautiful northern Maine Canadian lynx. The lynx is an endangered species, making this sighting even more special. In the video, we see the lynx walking towards the camera and stopping just a few feet away before continuing on its way. The person recording the clip was in their car, so there was no danger to either the animal or the person. It's incredibly rare to see these magnificent creatures in the wild, so this footage is truly one of a kind. Frozen lion cubs. 2 lion cubs were discovered in a cave last year, frozen not in snow, but in time. They were in perfect condition for animals that are 28,000 years old, with their whiskers still intact. It's a heartbreaking sight, and it's hard to imagine what happened to these 2 cubs and where their mother was when they needed her. There are so many questions surrounding their discovery, but researchers are doing their best to learn more about these ancient cubs and the world they lived in. Plant skulls. Check out this bizarre plant, the snapdragon seed pod. When the snapdragon flowers wilt away, the seed pods that are left behind look like teeny tiny brown skulls, which just proves how weird nature can be. Ancient cultures believed that the snapdragon had mystical powers, and planting them in your garden would protect you from evil spirits and curses. Some legends even say they could make a woman younger and more beautiful as she ate them. Who knew that a little plant could have so much power? The Blue Hole. Deep in the wilderness of Canada lies a mysterious and haunting natural wonder known as the Blue Hole. The video captures its breathtaking blue waters, surrounded by dense forest and rugged rocks. The origins of the Blue Hole remain shrouded in mystery, and its depths have yet to be fully explored. Some say that it was formed by a meteorite impact, while others believe it is a gateway to the underworld. Despite the eerie aura that surrounds it, the Blue Hole draws many adventure seekers, scuba divers, and curious travelers every year. Who knows what secrets and mysteries are hidden beneath its blue surface? A white city. This epic drone footage captures the aftermath of a deadly winter storm that swept through Canada. Houses completely blanketed in snow. It's as if they became snow sculptures in the middle of a winter wonderland. It's hard to believe that people are still living inside those cozy snow-covered homes. This is what happens when nature unleashes its full power. Although it's a beautiful sight to behold, it's also a warning to be prepared for the unexpected. The Saddle Ridge Treasure. Found in Canada, the Saddle Ridge Treasure is one of the most incredible finds ever. This amazing discovery consists of 1,427 gold coins worth millions of dollars. What's even more surprising is that the coins were founded by a farmer. This discovery is one of the biggest finds in U.S. history, and it just goes to show that treasures can be found anywhere, even in your own backyard. Who knows what other hidden gems are out there waiting to be discovered? Unknown spacecrafts. The skies above Canada were no longer the same in 2017. Every day, people reported seeing strange lights and objects in the sky. Some filmed these sightings, and the footage shows glowing orbs moving at incredible speeds. Others captured strange shapes that seem to defy the laws of physics. It's unclear what these UFOs could be, but one thing is for sure: something is happening up there. Are these aliens visiting our planet, or is there a more rational explanation? Either way, the sightings have left many questioning what exactly is happening in the skies above us. Men being men. This video is all about some ATV enthusiasts who decide to take their off-roading game to the next level in the snowy wilderness of Canada. We see them having a blast driving around in the powdery snow. But then one of them had a brilliant idea. He said, "Hey, let's try to drift like they do in the movies." And so he gave it a go, and failed miserably. But don't worry, he's a tough guy, and he's laughing it off. Lesson learned: don't try to be a Hollywood stunt driver in the Canadian wilderness. An unknown body. A group of men were exploring the bed of a lake when they stumbled upon something totally bone-chilling: a lifeless human body lying there. At first, they couldn't believe their eyes, but then they mustered up the courage to retrieve it from the lake. Despite alerting the police, the identity of the man remains a complete mystery, leaving everyone wondering how he ended up so deep in the lake. A fallout shelter. Back during the Cold War, this man was so freaked out about a potential nuclear apocalypse that he built himself an ark to hide in. He just knew that the war would end in total disaster. He connected 42 school buses, and that's how he created the world's biggest private fallout shelter. With the help of his friends, family, and fellow doomsday preppers, he could house up to 500 people until it was safe to come back up to the surface after a cataclysmic nuclear event. Hey, now we know where to go if the worst happens. The living dead frogs of Canada. Let me tell you about the amazing wood frogs of Canada. When winter comes and they can't escape to warmer climates, they go into survival mode like no other animal. These tough little frogs freeze solid, but don't worry, they've got a trick up their sleeves to avoid getting turned into frogsicles. Their bodies produce a special antifreeze that prevents ice crystals from forming and killing them. These hardy frogs can stay frozen for up to 7 months, shutting down most of their body processes, and survive even if they can't eat for months. Now that's what I call hardcore winter survival skills. The Martian Lake. Have you ever heard of a lake that looks like it's covered in colorful polka dots? Well, that's exactly what you'll find at Okanagan Valley's lake. As the sun gets hotter in the summer, the water level lowers and giant circles of yellow, blue, and green appear on the lake's surface. These stunning spots are actually caused by high concentrations of minerals like calcium, sodium, and magnesium sulfate. The locals believe that the lake has spiritual healing powers and have been visiting it for centuries. Nova the Mummy. Deep within the catacombs of a European cathedral lies a mysterious site, Nova the Mummy. This clip takes us on a journey through the centuries-old mummy's tomb, revealing the intricate wrappings and haunting stillness of the body. Nova was discovered in 2007 in a church in Poland, and it's believed that she was a local aristocrat who lived around 300 years ago. While some may find her unsettling, others are fascinated by her well-preserved features. It's truly a rare and spooky experience to witness Nova the Mummy. Beluga whales. You must have heard about the beluga whales before. These majestic creatures are some of the most playful and intelligent animals on the planet. And guess what? They're native to Canada. In fact, the Churchill River in Manitoba is home to one of the largest beluga populations in the world. They can be seen everywhere, sometimes playing with a seagull like it's their best friend, and other times displaying its intelligence by retrieving a girl's phone that had accidentally fallen into the water. Beluga whales are truly remarkable creatures, and we're lucky to have them right here in Canada. A shipwreck. Check out this video of a guy exploring an incredible shipwreck from 1867 in Ontario, Canada. It's amazing how well preserved it is, even after all these years underwater. But get this, there's not just one, but two shipwrecks in the area. They were sunk during a war and later stripped of all their useful equipment. Now they serve as a fascinating tourist attraction for anyone interested in diving or maritime history. It's like a window into the past, frozen in time at the bottom of the lake. Don't miss this incredible sight on your next visit to Canada. Ice Hotel. In Canada, there's one that's really amazing and that I would recommend you to visit, the Ice Hotel. It's located just a little ways north of Quebec City, and it's made entirely out of ice and snow. Can you believe it? The hotel has 51 double beds, all made of ice, and it takes over a month to build. They use 30,000 tons of snow and 500 tons of ice to create this incredible masterpiece. And the fun part is that the hotel only lasts for 3 months each year, from January to April. So if you're ever in Canada during those months, you have to go check it out. Totem poles. The southern end of the Canadian archipelago is home to a stunning collection of totem poles that represent the pinnacle of Indigenous artistic expression. The town of Nistons boasts 26 of these magnificent totems, making it the largest collection in the region. The areas had been designated as a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and you can find totems scattered throughout historical villages like Hot Spring Island, a favorite kayaking spot. But beware, the mesmerizing beauty of the islands can mask the dangers of the open ocean, even for experienced kayakers. Still, the chance to see these haunting totems is worth the risk. Aurora Borealis. Get ready for the most breathtaking natural light show on Earth. Aurora, also known as the Polar Lights, this stunning display of lights is visible in high-latitude regions around the Arctic and Antarctic, including Canada and some other countries. It's like heaven on Earth. These lights are formed by the collision of gaseous particles in the Earth's atmosphere with charged particles from the Sun's atmosphere. To witness this heavenly phenomenon, all you need is a dark, clear night sky and some aurora activity. So mark your calendars and pack your bags for the most ethereal sight of your life. Signpost Forest. The Signpost Forest in Canada's Yukon is the largest collection of signs from around the world. It all started in 1942 when a U.S. soldier named Kay Lindley was repairing signposts during the Alaska Highway Project. He added a sign of his hometown in Danville, Illinois, and the tradition was born. Today, visitors from all over the world add signs to the collection, so if you're ever in Canada, make sure to stop by the Signpost Forest and leave a piece of your hometown for others to see. The Nahanni Valley. You must know about the famous Nahanni Valley in Canada. It's a beautiful place with stunning views of mountains, waterfalls, and crystal clear lakes. But there's more to this place than just normal beauty. It's infamous for being haunted. People have reported strange occurrences and sightings of ghosts, and even disappearances. Some say they're cursed caves, where those who enter never return. Others claim to have seen a headless man roaming the area. So if you're feeling brave, come and explore the Nahanni Valley. Who knows what supernatural secrets you might uncover? The subscriber's pick. This image shows us a weird animal, or should we call it some kind of hybrid, which was found in the Canadian forest lying dead. If seen closely, it resembles both a monkey and a human considering its hands, legs, and face. To some, it even looked like a member of some ancient tribe, though is for sure. Do let us know what you guys think. Doll's Eyes. Meet the white baneberry, also known as doll's eyes, a unique plant species native to eastern Canada. With its striking white berries on red stalks, it's hard to miss. However, don't be fooled by its alluring appearance, as these doll's eyes are poisonous. The berries contain cardiogenic toxins that can immediately sedate human cardiac muscle tissue and can lead to fatal consequences if ingested. Surprisingly, birds are immune to this toxicity. So next time you come across the white baneberry, admire it from a safe distance. Well, that's all for today, guys. Thank you for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon for getting updates related to our latest videos.